yoga from last 10 years. I have various centers all across Mumbai and I am involved in this prevention healthcare workshop from last 5 years. Now, the reason we are here is to let ourselves know about what exactly we can do to take care of, to manage our weight. Now, first of all, whenever we are talking about the weight, there are a number of things, or very common things that one needs to understand. When you're talking about weight gain or weight gain is basically a process, it's a slow process which occurs through years. So anywhere when you come across some magic pill formula or something like where they tell you, okay, without anything you can get rid of this weight and all, that's going to be absolutely not make any sense. Because most of the time when you come across those pills or those formulas, they have been implemented by certain drugs which on the long term basis provide or it's quite harmful to your body. So today we are going to work out a total safe and naturopathic system which would be a combination of your diet as well as your workout. That is a complete yogic workout. Now this yogic workout is absolutely required because first of all it will work not only before working on your body, you're going to work on your mind. Many times you would have with number of therapies or number of treatment, and the result would be you would have started with lots of enthusiasm in the initial stages, and after 3 or 4 sessions your enthusiasm wanes and the result is there somewhere halfway you give up, and the result may be the same or it could be even worse than that. So first of all, whether you're working on a weight loss plan or you're working on anything, you have to work on your mind first. Because mind is basically the ultimate factor which is responsible or which is the controlling factor for all your activity. So before we start working onto our body to get a shape of our choice, first we are going to work on our mind. Now what way you can work on your mind? See, first sign of weight gain is because you lose your responsiveness. When I'm talking about responsiveness, I just mean a very simple word, that is your lack of sensitiveness towards your food. When you have lack of sensitiveness towards your food, see, when you're relaxed, you would find you would always eat sensible, and that sensible quantity of food will give you would relish also, and you would enjoy it, and you don't need to gulp extraordinary or stuff your belly with a good amount of food. So first thing is that as you lose sensitiveness towards your food, or as you, maybe because of the stress, maybe because of some bit of yours, or maybe just because you are watching TV and you are eating your food, so you don't realize how much you're eating. And gradually over the period of 6 months and a year, you'll find what your normal shape or what your normal size is. Your body is quite been diverted from your normal shape size. And that's how you realize, oh my God, now earlier I used to be fit into 36 size. Now I have to check out for something like 38 or 40. So that's the first indication which gives you an alarming signal to yourself. The first thing that you need to do it in controlling your weight is be relaxed. Okay? When you're talking about be relaxed, whenever a person relax, you'll have a complete control over your voluntary as well as involuntary activity. What is the meaning of voluntary and the involuntary activity? Voluntary activity means all your locomotions, all your physiological processes, and involuntary means even your stress levels, your thinking, your behavior, your attitude, the reaction towards your colleague, towards your family members, everything. The first thing is that we are going to work on a program, or we are going to work on a program which would help you not only to look beautiful, outwardly, but also from inwardly have more peace of mind and be more relaxed and comfortable with your own identity as an individual, whatever you are. So in this particular context, first we'll work onto your mind, what way you can relax your body. And there is nothing which is more indispensable as compared to be using a good breathing technique to relax your mind. Now, when you're talking about relaxing your mind or controlling your mind, when you are controlling your breathing, you're controlling your mind also. So first we are going to learn the right way of breathing, and when you will be breathing in the right way, you will provide, there are three things that you can do through your breathing. First would be you can relax yourself. Second thing is that through your breathing you can provide the right amount of fuel or the amount of oxygen which would be reached to your body would be quite good. Deep breathing ensures proper fueling of your body. And if your car has got a proper fuel, obviously you can go a long way. That means if your fuel is provided, your fuel is sufficient, you don't need to be going for an extraordinary sources of energy or snacking in between here and there, which is one of the main factor for putting on your weight. Because here and there you keep on chewing something, you keep on eating something, and which over the gradual years add on to a number of, you can say, kgs in your life. So first thing that we would work on was to relax your mind. Second thing is that to have a proper and noticeable change in your body through your breathing. Third is we are going to see to it, whatever you do in your life, you need to have a self-preservation factor. Now what is the meaning of self-preservation factor? Whatever you do, whether it is good or bad, you should be involved, and once you are involved properly, it should be able to give you a feeling of satisfaction or the feeling of joy. See, you do a thing only for two reasons. You're going to work because you have to earn your money. And if you earn your money sufficient enough, you would really be relaxed and you would be satisfied with your life. Do you get it? The second factor which gives a kick in a person's life is basically your relationship. So enjoyability in your relationship or sustainability in your professional life. These are the two factors which you should do it, and it will help you to eliminate quite a few negative factors in your life. So we are going to see to it what way you can achieve this also. Now after that, the next thing is that the most important thing which I would say is you need to change your attitude. When you talk about when you need to change your attitude, what is the meaning of change in your attitude? Normally when a person walks out or a person thinks about, you take up a job and all, you need to be positively motivated towards your goal. Unless and until you are positively motivated your goals, nothing will work out into your life. So first and the foremost thing that whatever you're doing it, you have to be having that sort of assertiveness in your behavior, that sort of conviction in your mind, that yes, I'm going to do it, and no matter what comes in my life, I'm going to be successful in this particular job or in this particular thing that I have taken up in my life. It could be a professional challenge, it could be something related with your resolution about your food, or giving up something like giving up alcohol, or giving up smoke, something, whatever it could be. But the basic reason or the basic control would come through your affirmative and assertive thinking. And next is you should always expand your area of knowledge. When talking about expand your area of knowledge, means you should try to expand your knowledge in the way so that you should have more knowledge or more ideas and factors so that you can replace your current ideas or current, you can say, hobbies and activity with the newer ones. One of the factors that people put on weight is they don't get involved